What's good?
Let's go. Hey everyone, welcome back to episode 6. I'll try to get my numbers correct with this one. Fix the issue, but still, let's just hope that doesn't happen again. We actually went a lot longer than I thought we was going to when we recorded last week's. I'm not gonna lie. That we talked about that Am I the Arsehole for way too long.
Yeah, but it was actually quite good. It was a good conversation.
No, it definitely was, but we milked it for a while.
Yeah, true.
I was editing and I was like, we really only talked about two things: the glory and then the Am I the Arsehole. That was it for the entire hour and 20 minutes. But yeah, I mean, it was a good episode though, I think.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn the brightness up of my thing a little bit because it seems a bit dim.
That explained a lot, bro. Turn the brightness on my thing because
it made sense. Now I'm glowing, glistening.
Ain't nothing on my wrist though. But I'm not listening. Oh, terrible.
Don't ever change, man.
Never will.
Anyway.
Never will. Don't worry.
Good. That's what we like to hear. Anyway, so we have quite a few things we want to talk about this week. Do you want to kick things off with like whatever? Because I don't know if you wanted to do a music recommendation or you wanted to bring up the topic you wanted to talk about or the other topic you wanted to talk about.
Yeah. So okay, so yeah, we can start with the music recommendation.
Okay.
So I've been listening to this album by a group called the Hip Abduction, and yeah, it's quite like it's definitely a change from the Mwaki by Zerb, and it's kind of like a reggae style song, like pop reggae. Anyways, so it's called To the Ends of the Earth. And the whole album just sounds amazing. It's like it's just really chill, and you could be walking somewhere and just like listening to this, and you just feel like really kind of relaxed. It's that kind of like, or it even might be just kind of like beach style song, where you're just like chilling out on the beach and you can just listen to like some music, just to kind of relax and sunbathe or whatnot. I don't really do that much, but I just I could just listen and just chill like that. But yeah, I definitely recommend for you guys to just, check it out, have a listen. Yeah.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah. But anyway, so what I did want to talk about this week is the Apple Vision Pro. Vision Pro. So, it's been an interesting topic for the last couple of weeks. For a few reasons. So I was looking into it, and there are so many sensors built into that VR headset, right?
Yeah, it's stupid.
Have you taken a look at it?
Yeah, I have, but I mean, I watched the Apple event when they first announced it, and I remember that was a big thing. That was a lot of people's like main concern, but I don't know the exact number of sensors in there, but I do know it's a crazy amount. But the main one that people are concerned about is the one that's the is like the Face ID for it, but it's an eyeball scanner.
Yeah, so that's a new thing that they put in. Yeah,
a lot of people are kind of like freaked out about it, but I'm just like, at this point, Apple has been using the fingerprint to get into like the phone, or Face ID, like, eyeball next thing, like,
yep. Yeah.
Like it's not, if anything, it's more secure than anything because it's more unique than your fingerprint or than just like your face, generally speaking, or at least the level to which they're scanning, because it's their most expensive product outside of the iMac, not iMac. Which device is it? the Mac Pro, I think, is the only device that's more expensive than the Vision Pro, because Vision Pro is like $3,500.
Wow.
So, it's pretty nuts. But hey, it looks very sick.
It looks
like, I feel like
it looks definitely
working
cool.
within any creative. Working within any like creative workspace or anything where you need to see a lot of information at any given time, it's very, very, very cool. Cool.
Yeah. So it has 5 sensors, 6 microphones, and 12 cameras. 12 cameras. So like some of those cameras are looking at your eyes, or just like at your face. Like some of those cameras are just looking out towards like the actual reality, to get an almost ultra realistic virtual reality of the outer world, and it's so good at doing that you can literally like throw and catch balls like whilst wearing the VR goggles, and I like that. For me, is pretty insane, just because you can actually like have that type of reaction time. And
because it's not see-through glass as a lot of people would think it is. It literally is just like having a solid VR headset just with a glass panel on the front. But that is more so for what two of the cameras are for, but that's for projecting your eyes. So if you have like the transparency mode on, you can then see through it. Which I've seen is not that great. No, because the thing is that because they stick out so far, it's like a perspective thing. Like if you're looking at the person straight on, it looks kind of convincing. But as soon as you start to look from a different angle, like it doesn't really match up. So then it looks a bit weird. But yeah, I mean, from the stuff I've been seeing, I'm like, it's been announced almost a year now, I think. They announced it like in, I want to say like April or May, I think, last year. And yeah, as far as I'm concerned, a lot of people have been quite happy with how it works. And there are a lot of things that have been like partnered up. So I remember seeing the first thing that was like Disney was the first company to have like the affiliation with the construction of it. So Disney Plus like has full functionality within the Vision Pros.
It comes as pre-installed.
I kind of wonder.
It comes as a pre-installed.
Yeah, pre-installed. That's it. Yeah, as a pre-installed app for it. Yeah, but I wonder how like that's gonna be for like people's like cinema experience, or like how much it measures up to it.
True. Because so
that's something I've been thinking about.
I was speaking to a known friend of ours. I'm pretty sure you know him. Anyway, he works in the movie industry, or the post-production of a movie industry. And he was saying that because of Disney Plus, many movies that come out of Disney are not getting as much revenue as they should be. Because everybody just waits, you know what, okay, I got Disney Plus, I'll wait just till it comes out.
It'll come out eventually.
And because Disney Plus has such a massive range of different types of movies, like they have the Marvel, Star Wars, actual Disney, cartoons and whatnot, and they have the Disney Star, I think it was, which is the other shows that are like, and so
that are more like adult and stuff.
Exactly, yeah. So they've been losing so much revenue in cinemas. But at the same time, I guess they get a lot of revenue through Disney Plus as well, because everybody can just access that, like, from whenever. So yeah, but yeah, I was watching a lot of videos on the VR, the headset and the Vision Pro, and. For me, it was insane. There was one video that actually some of the comments were saying that this should have been the advertisement for the Vision Pro, because this guy literally had so he put on his VR Pros, and he has a desktop, a floating desktop where he does work. On to the left of him, he has a TV, a floating TV that stays there.
Oh, is this the one where he like shows that you can expand it and stuff and like bring it really close to you and everything?
No, actually, this guy.
Is a different?
I think this is a different video of him.
Okay.
He kind of makes them lock in place, and you could walk around the house and have different monitors everywhere, but they lock in place.
I see.
And they get locked in that kind of like room or that VR virtual space, And so it's like you don't need any more physical like TVs or any physical computers anymore, because this thing can run so much, just by itself, and that's absolutely insane.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, the only thing I think needs work on is the battery pack. So at the moment, it's like a little like power bank, that can slip into your pocket, and it holds up, I believe, like from 2 to 3 hours, maybe 2 to 4 hours, somewhere around that time, But with this much usability, I think people would want to use it more, because if you can like do everything with it, work and then watch TV. Or then, do something else. I don't know, game with it a little bit or somewhat. Then people will want it for a longer period of time, throughout the day. So I think that's one thing it needs to be worked on. But
I think that they already have. Wait, let me try and show you an example.
Because,
wait, hold on. Because it's basically like one of these things anyway, where like. So this is basically my 96. Oh, actually, no, it's bigger than that. It's 140 watts, I think, charger for my MacBook. Yeah.
Yep.
So I think what the Vision Pro thing is that like you have this and it will hold the power, and then you can like clip the thing on to charge it. But then it's got a cable as well that you can stick in from the wall, right? So you can still charge and use it like wired.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Because the thing is that I think the thing that people are thinking that they're getting a bit confused on is that the Vision Pro is meant to be like a almost like a outside accessible device. It's not supposed to be, because it's actually very heavy. Like apparently wearing it on your head, it actually weighs quite a lot.
Yeah. It's very front weighted.
Yeah, and it's all made out of like, as Apple likes to do stuff, very like solid metals.
Material. Yeah.
So but yeah, then with the battery life as well, because they're only trying to test out like people's use of things like in a very controlled environment. So for example, if people like, because in the trailer that they made for it, because it was like a whole like almost 2 hour long showcase that they did at WDC. And the two examples where they showed it was one in the home, and two when someone was like in an office and it was like plugged in to like a power dock that was just like on one of the tables, and he was just like working at and had to like it was really weird because he walks up to this desk and it's completely empty, but then he's able to do everything just with the things on without any need for taking up space or any IRL space. So I don't think it's meant to be something that's like transportable is the word I'm looking for, but it's just like you have that 2 to 3 hours in case you have to go in between rooms, or for example, if you want to use the 3D cameras on it. Have you seen the 3D cameras, by the way, for it?
I didn't look into that quite that much.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you know what you were saying about the like, I think it was like you said 12 cameras in total, right? And I think it's like 6 on the inside and 6 on the outside. So they're positioned like the whole way around it. So you get a camera that films in 3D. So when you're playing them back, you can look through the video from different angles. It's really strange.
That's crazy.
For that to be on a device that's worth $3.5K, like I know a lot of people are just like, that's so much money. It is, but like for what you're getting out of it, it's wild. And I have a feeling like it's going to make things within the photography and videography space probably a bit more difficult. I don't know whether for the better or for the worse, but I feel like we might see more of a like lean towards footage that might have to then be shot, or not necessarily have to be, but you might be then getting more revenue or money back by shooting things in a 3D format as well as a 2D format and stuff like this. So I think we might see more stuff that maybe is more geared towards it. I don't think it'll happen right away, but I don't think Apple's the only one making, you know, a VR headset, or well, it's an AR headset, isn't it? But either way, I don't think they're the only company making one. Google's probably already got one and they're just waiting for the right opportunity to release it.
Yeah, probably.
Google's been killing it recently with mobile devices. They've been doing really well with their phones recently, especially with their cameras. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's something that they work on next.
Yeah. Well, about it being like not that transportable, well, with the 2-3 hours, you know, that it has, it's kind of like, it's kind of good that you mentioned that, because so far I've seen so many videos of people actually using it that way, you know, walking around with it, doing whatever. You know, that one video that I sent you of like that guy driving,
the guy in the Cybertruck.
Cybertruck driving with a Visions Pro, and you know, it's crazy. To be honest, so me personally, I don't yet trust the self-drive mechanism, you know, the like programming or whatnot, you know, I don't trust it at all yet. But especially doing that with like a set of goggles right in your face, you know, it's crazy.
But I feel like they're doing that more so because of the durability that they're trusting in of the Tesla, more so than like whether or not it can self-drive. It's more like, oh, well, if I crash, I'm gonna be fine. So like, it is what it is. But but yeah, no, that is a scary sight to be seeing, because it's like, obviously the Vision Pros, like I said, it's Apple's smart because they've put the Pro in the title, which means it's not meant to be a device that's for everybody. But if everybody wants to then buy it, or they release that as the only device, then people that are consumers and not Pro users will still buy it. So I have a feeling like they'll make like an SE version of it. Like within the next maybe like 4 months, they might announce it. After the hype's kind of died down a little bit, and there's like a full review and testing, and then they'll make one that's a bit more accessible, probably lighter on the head, probably not as like as crazy, and might only be able to be used by being plugged in. So you know, like those kind of things to make it something that's more accessible for the public, and that might be 2,000 instead of 3,500 or however much it is. Definitely. I was thinking the same thing. But the other point that I wanted to make was, so recently also there was a post about Disney making I think it was a or was it octadirectional or hexadirectional moving floor. So basically it's a floor that you can go onto, and then when you walk in a direction, or when you move into in a direction, you don't actually move, like, you know, on the sorry, that was a very bad explanation, sorry. I'm struggling.
So the floor, you basically stand on it, and when you move into a direction, you move on the floor without actually moving out of the space. So
so kind
if
of
you
like
ever seen
like a treadmill that just moves in multiple directions.
Exactly. So if you ever seen the movie Ready Player One, right? It's that kind of floor where the person is just like moving around, but he's not actually, you know, actually getting anywhere. You know, he's just moving on that one platform, you know. And then you have the Vision Pro, you know, which can do so much. You know, we're getting into that kind of like era, you know, of augmented reality where it becomes actually functional and actually useful, or more or less, you know, useful in different retrospects, you know.
Just becomes more of a practical tool that can be used outside of the realms of like, just, I don't know, like, you know, just doing things within like the virtual world, but they can actually be more assistant within like real life. I get what you mean.
So that kind of thought is just crazy for me. It's like,
yeah,
we looked a couple of years ago, and you think, looking at that movie when it first came out, Ready Player One, you look at that movie and you're thinking,
it felt so far-fetched. Yeah,
exactly. We're not going to be anywhere like near that anytime soon, and it comes maybe like 4 years later, and then here we are,
Yeah, it is crazy. It is wild. I think even like, have you seen iRobot?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the other one I kind of think of, but that's more like AI based more so than technology. But even like some of the stuff that they have, like one of my favorite scenes in that movie is when when the doctor like is at Will Smith's place, and she doesn't know how to operate the stereo because she's so used to like high technology stuff. And she's just like trying to speak to it to get it to play the music, and it's just a stereo.
It's not working. Yeah.
Because it's like,
but it's kind of scary because it's gonna happen. Like,
because we knew that from like years ago anyway. When you would see like a kid that's like maybe a year old that already knows their way around the phone. So it's like it kind of gets to the point where you think, if there's like progression in one area, there's always going to be regression somewhere else. So then it's like, would it mean that like they get more advanced with knowing how to use technology from a younger age, but then can't do regular skills, which then means that there's more of a cause for like artificial intelligence to replace some of those roles? Like the other thing that a lot of people have been comparing it to is what happens in WALL-E. Because
sure, yeah,
like when they're on the ship and everything. No, I mean more specifically with the Vision Pros. But when they've got the screen just in front of their face, but then they're massive and all sorts. Like it's it's scary. But I think the our generation might be all right, because I think we still are kind of like in that in between point where millennials, like obviously just above us, that are so much just like, we hate technology, this, that, the other, but we're like, we can use it. Like I love the analogy of technology being a hammer, because with a hammer you can either do one of two things. You can build buildings or you can destroy buildings. You choose what you do with the tool according to what you see fit to do with the tool and what you need it to do. So, because to just simply depending on the action, the hammer's either a tool or a weapon. So like you got to pick which one you use it for, type of thing. I feel like our generation is probably like still wise enough to be able to be like, there are a lot of benefits that can come out of these things, but let's like not go crazy. Because it's like when we talked, this was months ago we talked about it, but I think it was when self-driving in Teslas was becoming more commercial instead of it just being tested, because they released, I think, the first beta for it or something, and we were just like, this is silly. And then like not too long after that, we find out that in the UK they're like, oh yeah, we want to have like the whole country be electric cars by 2030. It's like, what? It's like that doesn't, to me, because I don't know, like with how many people live in the UK and with prices of things just constantly like getting higher and higher, I don't see how that's possible, because that's only 6 years from now. Like,
well, funny you should say that, but to be fair, like going around town nowadays, a good 40% already are driving electric cars.
Yeah, but you're a London Shem.
True.
That's the main thing that I think of when you say, like, they say, yeah, like, oh yeah, we want UK, or I don't know, actually, maybe it is only London they want to be fully electric by 2030.
No.
Is it the whole UK?
Okay, so it's not fully electric. It's rather they want to stop producing gas-powered cars.
Oh,
or fuel,
okay,
like
okay.
Yeah.
Fuel-dependent cars. So like hybrids would even be okay.
So hybrids, well, actually, because it still uses petrol or diesel. So
then it would have to be fully electric then.
Well, no, but they will stop producing them.
Right.
But
okay.
you're still allowed to drive them for however long you want.
Oh, okay.
Unless they make the law like they did over here. You know, they did the ULEZ law. You know,
What's
you
the
have to
ULEZ
have
law?
so the ULEZ here in London now encompasses the Greater London, and it's the ultra low emission zone where only like cars
from a certain
age
year can I know what you're talking about.
Can drive. Yeah, so oh my goodness, the amount of frustration that people had
because they can't go in certain areas.
Exactly. People have been smashing down the ULEZ cameras. Actually, so near my house, 5 minutes away from my home.
Yeah.
On top of the hill, there's the zone that starts. It starts from the top of this hill, and at the top of the hill, there's that camera standing with a black pole and a big box, right?
Yeah.
Next day, we drove past that. That camera is gone. That pole is gone. Only the midpoint of the pole is there, and then a couple of days later, we drive past it again, and there's a flower pot in the pole.
What?
Yes, it's like a grave, you know.
Yeah.
Rest cemetery. In peace. Oh, it was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
A whole flower pot. That's crazy. That's a violation.
Yeah, I've seen videos of people actually just destroying those cameras because they hate it so much.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been quite funny.
I can't imagine, bro, flipping flower pot. That's crazy.
You just see one tiny rose just kind of hanging over.
Oh my days.
Next time I'm over there, I might take a picture and then
send it please. That would be so funny.
Because if it's not gone by now, because it was quite a while ago that I saw that.
I see. Yeah, you might go back and the natural camera's there again.
No, it might be. It might be because bro, it took quite a while for it to get that way. Because at first they kind of sprayed over the camera, then the camera got changed, then they destroyed the camera, then the camera got changed, then they literally took down the whole pole. You know,
yeah,
and then so yeah, it was crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's just such a weird we're in that transition period, I think, still, where people are still they have their ways that they want to go about doing things still, but people are kind of open at the same time for things to become easier. And I think the pandemic sped that up, to be honest, because I think with us needing to do so much online, they're only now starting to be oh yeah, we need to completely restore working full time in not on campus, but in the office, in the workplace.
Oh, right.
It's the fact that people are also so against it, which I understand. I mean, I would be vexed too. After spending, it was the same with uni and how we had to go in after, I don't even think it was a full year that we were off. Is that bread drink?
No. It's ginger beer.
Oh, okay. I did not expect.
Sorry,
I did not expect that. I did not expect you to be drinking ginger beer,
bro. Just a quick side note. This not even a sponsor or anything, but the best ginger beer, bro.
Oh, serious? Okay. Ginger beer does bang, to be fair.
Bro, but this is quite mild, so it's nice to drink, you know. So it's not that. It doesn't hit you the other ginger beers do. No,
because some ginger beer actually it's about to violate you. It's actually
bro,
it's violent. Yeah. Oh gosh.
Yeah, no, because this is Australian, I think. Yeah, it's Australian family owned. It says.
Oh, that's pretty good. What's the company's name again?
Bundaberg.
If you want to sponsor. I can't even say it with chest.
Facts. We won't mind though. We won't mind.
No. If you see this, and yeah, we'd appreciate it. I'll drink all the ginger beer I need to if that's what it will take.
Hey, listen, if I can get a lifetime supply of this, bro, I'd be so happy.
Maybe that's the goal one day.
Yeah,
lifetime supply.
Because they also do root beer, bro.
Ugh, nah, sorry, you don't need to sponsor us now.
Oh, so okay, so you're the one. I was
it was just it's you, Zach, and Joseph that like it.
Joseph.
All the rest of us were like, nah, this is toothpaste. What are you giving me?
Nah, because so this last summer we tried a root beer float.
Oh, when you were in America,
a float. Yeah. Root beer float.
What? So root beer with ice cream on the top?
That's too sweet. Yeah, that's too much, bro.
Gross.
That's too much.
Yeah, root beer's too sweet. I love sweet things, but root
beer
nah.
is a lot. Like, yeah. It has a lot of sugar in it, bro.
Not for me.
For me, it's good. Like now and then, it's not an all the time drink.
Yeah.
Some people can drink it all the time, and I just don't understand it.
Nah, not me, bro. Because it's like, I think it's the artificial taste of it. It doesn't taste real. Like, it doesn't taste like, because I'm like a fruit drink type of person. Like, I love things like Fanta, for example.
Monster, mango.
Exactly. Yeah, mango. Mango. Mango.
Yeah, that's
Monster.
the Japanese version, bro.
Yeah. Monster mango. Nah, it does taste good. And to be honest, I've only ever liked the Monster flavors that are that are fruit based. I prefer those so much more to like just the standard Monster Energy. I find those to be like, if I've never obviously tasted petrol, but I'd imagine that's what it would taste
like. That's how it tastes. No, to be fair, you're right. On the original Monster, you're definitely right.
It's gross. Perfect. It's not for me. Did you ever drink Boost growing up? It was like always in like a grey bottle. That stuff was lethal. That stuff was like,
I used to love that stuff,
was
bro.
Battery acid.
I still do.
That was battery acid. I don't care.
Bro, at some points, bro, I just drink that and I'd be like, so good. Oh, it's so good.
No, because I always...
I love it.
I always said to myself, like when I was growing up, if the drink bottle covers up the color of the drink, you already know it's like some crazy color. Like the bottle is just pure gray. I'm gonna show it on the screen now. Yeah. But it's like it's literally what you like when you get those people who have their own like gas tanks, or not gas tanks, but like a bottle of gas because they can't because they just have it as like a separate thing. That's what it looks like. And I always would see it'd be in a fat bottle as well. It'd be like the chunky bottle.
What you mean the like the LPG tank?
Yeah.
Like
yeah. But it was like that stuff was like that could power me for hours. Like it's not even funny. That and Mountain Dew.
I think energy drinks at this point have like stopped working on me. I used to drink it so much
I talk to says this, and I'm like, yeah, that's your own fault because you drink it too much.
No, okay. I say that, but then like at the end of the day, when I'm trying to go to sleep, my eyes will obviously close, but like I will not be able to fall asleep. I'll be tired, but I'll be awake.
Too much caffeine in your bloodstream, bro. That's why. Bro drinks coffee. He drinks tea. He drinks root beer. Drinks Monster, bro. Nah.
Nah, because you see, I've kind of slowed down now. I haven't drank many energy drinks.
You man don't understand. I lived with him for 2 years. Yeah. Shem drank so much tea, and hot chocolate was the other thing. Bro, you drank so many things, and that chai latte, you had like 2 of them a day.
Listen. Actually, did you see? I used to have like a whole box of chai latte. It wasn't
just a box, bro. It was like a bag that you got like full of boxes of them. Bro, you had a serious caffeine addiction. It wasn't even funny. It was not a joke.
No, but the chai latte is not that caffeinated, I don't think. It's like more of a, like, yeah, it's just a a milk drink. That's it. That's it. It's a milk tea with a little bit of coffee. Okay.
I'm about to check this right. I'm fact checking.
You're
30 to 50 milligrams of caffeine.
Okay.
Versus coffee. How much is in
have?
coffee? Oh, coffee is 100 to 200 milligrams, so it's about half the amount, give or take.
Yeah.
I mean, but you're still drinking 2 of them a day, like.
True, but that's because I'm used to the energy, from like energy drinks and stuff.
But
so
that's
I'd
the
rather
problem.
have the
you already had a resistance,
I'd rather
a tolerance. Sorry.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, come on. I used to intake that much caffeine since I was like maybe 13 years old.
Man, that's scary.
Yeah, no, it was. Yeah, I know. It was a bad decision when I was a child, and
and now you're living to regret it. Nah, my problem is just I drink way too much juice. Like you know.
Oh, and squashies, that's your weakness.
Nah, not anymore, bro. Squashies, I've overeaten them, so I don't even enjoy them anymore. Like, to be completely honest.
Oh,
like,
it's interesting.
I will eat the other which ones? It's the rhubarb and custard ones. They bang, but like other than that, I don't usually get any of the others because it's just. And I'm kind of annoyed at the texture now. Like, again, because I think I've eaten them too much. The texture to me is just like, nah, I'm not feeling this.
Fair enough.
But nah, juice, squash, not the one. Like, how the body's meant to be 75% water. My body is probably that percentage of juice. Oh, what the flip happened? Where'd I go? Oh.
Hey, yo. Oh.
I wasn't supposed. Oh.
Hey, yo. You know what? I'm not listening.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well.
That's it. It's ended. We have one view over. That's
one
it.
view's
like,
gone from the pod. Yeah.
0 left.
Yeah, she was our only viewer. What was I saying? Oh yeah, juice. Yeah, nah, bro. I drink way too much of it, but I love the taste. It's just, I love that like fruit sweetness. I love it. So it's hard. That's like my main thing that's hard to detach from, but is what it is.
Yeah. I think I just need to go for like a hard water only kind of like, drink diet, just to kind of cleanse out that, that need for sugar.
Well, it's obviously always hard to go cold turkey. So like just reduce by like half what you do already. But
yeah, you say that, but then like, how can you determine what is half and what is not, and
just
like
do
all
less.
these types of things.
Just do less. Like don't try. It's that simple, bro. Just don't do as much. Like, or regulate it. Or like what you could do is like for the next week, you can see like write down every time you have an energy drink or every time that you like drink a coffee or whatever, sips ginger beer. But just like note it down, and then like, because sometimes even when you look at the numbers for things, that kind of will be what will disgust you and reinforce you into doing less. Like, for example, if you look at for like what percentage of your diet is then, or how many drinks you have in a day, and like only 2 cups is water compared to like however much of anything else, and then that can just be like that's kind of worrying, that's alarming. And then sometimes like off of that you can then be like, okay, so I'm going to do this much less because to get a good balance, or to do something like every time, because I do this sometimes as well, every time I finish a cup of juice or like a bottle of juice, I'll be like, then I need to finish a bottle of water that same day to like kind of make sure there's at least some kind of balance. And then it may not necessarily mean that my intake is purely water, but it at least means I'm drinking more water than I usually would do. Yeah. So
of course. Yeah. But anyways, since we were talking about drinks and soft drinks and root beer and whatnot, it's a good American topic.
Bro, you were reaching for that segue. You were reaching for that segue. You could have just said, "Oh yeah, so next thing, Super Bowl Sunday is next Sunday." Like, bro, you didn't have to do a segue like,
boring, man. No. But I made it fun. Okay.
You could have started by like, "Oh, what's the craziest drinks commercial you've ever seen?" And then link that to the Super Bowl ads or something. Come on, bro. Let me do the transitions.
Those ads are actually terrible, man. I don't like American ads. They're so
funny.
Stupid.
They're funny, honestly. Though. Some of them are really, really odd jokes. Have you?
Also, they put in way too much.
It is too much. They're doing way
too much.
Do you remember that? There was one particular ad I remember seeing. I was always just like, "What the flip is this?" I think it was an ad for. Oh, there's that one Xbox ad. I'll never forget that one. I don't know if you've seen it, but it's the ads.
Oh, the one that flies through.
The woman giving birth to the kid, and he flies through the thing. But you see, this is the thing, like,
bro.
I don't know a single PlayStation ad or a Nintendo ad that I remember to that extent. Which is obviously the point, but it's just like sometimes they be selling their souls to make these things like as crazy as they do, because they're actually wild ads, bro.
They're insane. Yeah,
they're wild. But yeah, anyways, Super Bowl weekend is on its way. Yeah, which is crazy.
So you guys will be watching this on the Tuesday after the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
So this is you will already know the Super Bowl kind of results and stuff, but we will make our predictions according to our bias.
Yeah, bias is exactly what it is. I can't even lie.
Yes. Listen, I speak the truth, but the truth and only the truth, bro.
Anyways, let's just get into it. The 49ers are winning the Super Bowl, bro. I'm sorry.
You're lying.
I'm not lying.
Absolutely lying.
I've seen enough.
Bro, okay. They said that about the Eagles last year against the Chiefs.
The Eagles aren't a great team. I hope we know this.
No. They came to the Super Bowl last year, and everybody thought that they will win. Everybody was like, "Nah, come on, Eagles got this."
I didn't. I wasn't rooting for no Eagles. I wasn't rooting for. I didn't even watch last year's Super Bowl because I was like, "Why would I watch either of these teams? I'm not watching." Because
I watched it last year. It was a good game.
Yeah, I know. And then after that game, you're like, "Oh yeah, I'm a Chiefs fan now." Waste, man.
No, because you see, at that point, the Chiefs were the underdog.
They were. No, they were. They were the underdogs of the Super Bowl. You're right.
And so that's why I was like, you know what? I'm rooting for the underdogs. And so the underdogs won. And so I was like, you know what? Let's stick to this team. Because that's when I started watching the NFL, you know. And now, come on. We got this.
Second year in a row. You were silent all season. Don't give me that, bro.
This is gonna be the fourth Super Bowl win of the Chiefs, right? They're now, I think this is either the fifth or the sixth time they're in the Super Bowl.
I think it's the fifth time. I think
might
so.
be.
Let me check. I don't want the Kansas City fans to come after me because I'm a Minnesota Vikings fan, and we've not been in the Super Bowl since the 70s. So, and we have 0 Super Bowl wins. So, it is what it is.
That's right.
All right. You only started watching the sport a year ago.
Better listen to the winners, bro.
You supported the team because they won. Like, relax.
No. I said I supported the team because they were the underdog. You got to support the underdog, bro.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do.
Well, then support the 49ers then.
Nah, bro.
Super Bowl wins.
I wonder how many times did the 49ers win Super Bowl?
The 49ers? They have like 7 championships, bro.
5 wins.
Oh, they have 5 wins. Maybe they've been to Super Bowl 7 times but all those wins are by I can't remember the quarterback's name, but it was basically when they had the best duo in NFL history, which was Jerry Rice, and I can't remember Joe Montana was the name of the quarterback. But that team was crazy. That team was mental. One of the best teams of all time.
Yeah.
But
you see, now we have one of the best duos.
All right. Yeah, fair enough. You do. Travis Kelce and Jason. I always want to call him
Patrick
Jason
Mahomes.
Mahomes, but I think it's because of Jason Kelce. But
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah. Like, yeah, fair enough. But like, again, like I said before we started recording, Patrick Mahomes has been like,
yeah, but
his leadership is not looking great. And you guys were were struggling in the regular season.
That may be so. Okay, yes, I do agree. Maybe his
disorderly conduct,
leadership. Yes, yeah. Okay, let's put it that way. Yeah, disorderly conduct was terrible. Maybe, however, that doesn't mean he's a bad player.
I never said he's a bad player. He's the best quarterback in. Oh, is he?
He's one of the best.
He's one of the best. Definitely. I wouldn't say he is. I mean, the definitive
he
best,
won.
But...
He won last year's award for the best quarterback.
MVP. Yeah. He won MVP. He's won MVP twice, which is pretty insane. But like,
okay. Doubtful he might win it this year. But at the same time, this is the Super Bowl, so he might put his show back on the road and start. Doing
true.
Some more things,
But you say about duos, but you do also have, you have a pretty decent duo. It's not even a duo at this point. Like, I think in terms of across the board, the players at San Francisco are better. Because you've got Brock Purdy, you've got George Kittle, you've got... what's his name? He's literally the other guy in the MVP discussion. Well, I don't know if he is now, but McCaffrey, their running back, he's sensational. Christian McCaffrey. And then you've got other players like I can't remember the name of their wide receiver. But my point is, across the board, their team is more... They have more balance across the team. Like, my point is, what the Kansas City Chiefs' problem was through the majority of the season was that they dropped a lot of passes, and that led to Patrick Mahomes' frustration because he doesn't play like a conventional quarterback anyway. But the fact is that his offense is still heavily reliant on him to be able to find his players perfectly, more so than his players being great. But again, you can rely on Travis Kelce, which is pretty good. But like, I have a feeling that during the Super Bowl, what they're mainly going to do is stop any tight end routes. That's really probably what they're going to do for the majority of the game anyway. So I don't know how it's going to go, but I just think across the board, they're the better team. Like, I'm not saying like pound for pound, like each player is better or any given player is better on the Chiefs. On the 49ers, because like we just said, the duo of Mahomes and Kelce is exceptional. But I also don't want to see like the NFL talk about like Taylor Swift for the entire offseason until next season, because that's frustrating.
I'm very, very, very sad that you just now mentioned that, because I was going to say, yeah, we may have Kelce and we may have Mahomes, but you can never beat Taylor Swift.
Let Usher have his Super Bowl, his halftime show in peace, man.
Yo, actually, yeah. So he's gonna do it alone. Is he gonna do it alone?
No, they never do it alone, except for the year that Thingy did
Beyonce did.
Beyonce's done it twice though, so it's not really the same. Like, I mean,
no, but Beyonce did it alone. I think she did it.
That's what I'm saying. It was
Beyonce or was it Rihanna?
One. Oh, Rihanna did hers. Did she?
Yeah, I think so. Rihanna did hers alone last year.
I swear someone came out while she was performing. No, you know what I think it is? Because it was the first one by Apple, so I think she took the entire spotlight, no?
Her baby didn't come out, at least.
That would have been horrific. Can you imagine?
That would have been.
Oh my gosh!
How many months was she?
I don't think it was that many. I think if she was able to be like
showing, definitely.
Yeah. If she was able to be dancing and stuff, it was probably like 5 months by then. I imagine they wouldn't have asked her to come if she was like anything more than 7 months pregnant.
Probably.
I doubt it.
Because at that point it can.
Yeah.
The baby
Obviously.
can be born. Yeah.
But no. What I was gonna say is the only one that I remember watching that was like solo was The Weeknd, but that's because it was during the pandemic.
Oh, okay.
It was the first Super Bowl since the pandemic started, so there was no one there, like in attendance, obviously. So. And it was weird, but he did a very good job though with the halftime show. I thought it was very good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm interested to see the halftime show of this one.
Yeah, but I think they announced. Well, they not really like announced it, but Apple did put out this this like reel earlier that was of who was it? So it was Ludacris, Lil Jon, and then I can't remember the woman's name. But they're all there just like, oh, we can't find Usher in Vegas. Like, it's like a little skit thing, which will probably lead up all the way up until Sunday next week or this coming Sunday. So I think they'll be performing as well. Or like oh, of course they will be. Ludacris and Usher and Lil Jon all did Yeah together.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why that's only just popped in my head, but the three of them were on that song. So of course they're all there.
Yep. So I'm just reading who will be at the halftime show, and it's going to be Usher, Reba McEntire,
okay,
Post Malone.
Wait, say that again. I didn't hear you.
Post Malone.
Post Malone,
but
will
he
be
will
there.
join. Yeah, during the pre-game festivities. He said.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. So that's going to be with McEntire.
Mm-hmm. So they're like pre-game show, not halftime show.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Usher is and Tiesto.
The name rings a bell, but
he's the DJ. He's a very famous DJ who's done quite a lot of things. He's done, for example, I think it was him that did Another Love. Yeah. So you remember Another Love by Tom Odell? He kind of remixed that.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So he might be doing all the music then with Usher's performance. Usher. Okay, that makes sense then. Okay. I thought it was like another person who was sidelining him directly. I was like, oh, didn't realize they were doing that.
Yep.
Okay. Well,
and also Andra Day will be doing the pre-game.
Okay. Well, yeah, I guess, I mean, that's going to be Sunday. But yeah, I have a feeling the game's going to be close. I don't feel like there's any like particular... I don't feel like it's going to be a landslide victory, basically. I feel like every drive's going to count. Because like I've said before, and I've posted it on my story because I was outraged, the Chiefs shouldn't have beat the Ravens last week or 2 weeks ago. It shouldn't have happened. But
sad times for you, the Ravens.
Yeah, I mean,
and for you,
huh?
And
yeah, no, I'm not pressed because at the end of the day, this is the most entertaining way the Super Bowl will unfold. Like, this was the most entertaining matchup we could have gotten out of the championship round. So it's fine, but like,
for sure,
again, like, why was I seeing for like 2 days straight Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift kiss? Like, I didn't need to see that. Like, why?
Oh my days. I'm telling you, we already won.
No, you haven't.
Because we got Taylor Swift on our side.
Have not.
We already have.
Brock Purdy's got this. I'm telling you right now. This is all Zach's fault, by the way, because
Taylor Swift as our quarterback.
Oh, bro, you know, there will be extra protection on the tackle because can you imagine? She gets sacked to the ground, bro. It's over. You know, they might as well pronounce it dead on the field.
No, because then you got Kelsey running after you, and you don't want that.
No, because you might be big. I mean, I'm not saying Travis Kelce's not a big person, but there are definitely people that are bigger than Travis Kelce.
Oh, definitely, for sure, yeah. But no, come on, a guy angry?
Yeah, I know, but like most people in the NFL play angry anyway. Like, actually, Travis Kelce's kind of tall, you know. Travis Kelce's 6'5".
Woo.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Maybe he should play in the NBA.
Nah, he's too big. What's he gonna do? I don't think he's mobile enough.
He's gonna he's gonna block Shaq, bro.
Okay, let's just do a quick comparison, yeah?
He's gonna block Shaq's free throw, bro. The one that he will miss anyway.
Here's some perspective, yeah? Travis Kelce is 250 pounds or 115 kilograms. That's the same weight as LeBron. LeBron's 6'8". 2, Shaq in his prime was 350 pounds. So a whole 100 pounds heavier than Travis Kelce. So
that's
he's
crazy.
That's not making a difference, bro. Come on now.
Fair enough. Then maybe we should get LeBron onto the NFL.
To be honest, I feel like if there was any player who could play in the NFL from the NBA, it'd probably be LeBron. But not LeBron now because he's too old. LeBron's like, he's 39. Like, come on. Like, but he's not playing like he's 39. But like,
he's massive. He's actually massive.
Yeah. But I'm just mean in terms like even like his ability to play. He's still the best player on the Lakers. Like it's mad. It's crazy. Anyways, I wanted to, we've got I think we've been recording for we've just gone just over an hour. We'll do a 1 hour 20 episode. Okay, so first of all, I'm gonna hit you with a couple of fun facts because I found some, like I said I would last week. And sure. Bro, I found some crazy ones. Well, not necessarily some crazy ones, but I've been watching a lot of Neil deGrasse Tyson. So I've like been getting a lot into like space stuff.
Yep.
So
he has a really good podcast with Joe Rogan.
Oh, his podcast episodes. Yeah, they're
Rogan.
Very good. They're very, very good.
Yeah.
Like actually one of the facts that I have is from one of the podcasts he did with him, and it's the fact that if you were to shrink the Earth down to the size of a ball in pool, it would be smoother than an actual like cue ball anyway, which is nuts. Because he was saying that if you think about it, the highest point of the Earth to the lowest point of the Earth is only 11 miles. So if you scale that down however many times, it would be like incredibly smooth. And I was just like, to me, that's wild because you look at the Earth just like from, I guess it's because of globes as well that we will get like when we're in school and stuff like that, when they try to like do the edges of things and you think that, but obviously the edges are very like overestimating a lot of the gaps and the heights and stuff like that. But here's one I found as well, that Australia is wider than the moon. Okay, so the diameter one edge from to the other of the moon is a shorter distance than the furthest west point of Australia to the furthest east point.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. It's wild, isn't it?
That's insane.
So the moon's diameter, according to NASA, is 2,159 miles. And the width of Australia from east to west is 2,485 miles. Ooh. So that's like 300 and a bit miles less distance. So basically the distance from here to Manchester that's how much wider, or how not wider. Well, yeah, technically wider. That's how much wider Australia is than the moon, which is, I mean, because you see the moon in the sky and you're like,
that's a big thing.
Yeah, exactly. But to think that it takes, because I don't know what it is, because it's like, I don't know then if it's weirder that we can see the moon from this far and it's that side. Because what you're telling me is that if Australia was the same distance away from us to where the moon is and it was in the sky, we could see it. Like, I don't know. That to me just kind of seems weird.
Yeah. Put it right in front of the sun, like an eclipse, you know? And then you just have a Australia-shaped shade.
No, everything in the world just flips upside down. The polarity of the Earth just switches, and everything we just start floating.
Everybody just, it reminds me of that Top Gear episode where they get some guests on the show who are from Australia, but then they say
the thing was upside down. The broadcast was upside down. I remember that.
We'll bring them the same way they came in.
Yeah. This is how the UK looks to them. Okay, so then another one that is like one of my favorite facts ever is that so this kind of facts into what I was just saying about the distance from here to the moon, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So it's obviously the size of an entire continent, the moon, yeah?
Yep.
So for us to be able to see it in the sky and it look as obvious as it does, right? Do you want to take a guess of like how long it takes to get from here, or how long it took? When there was a space race in the 60s and they finally got up to the moon in 1969, how long do you think it took? You actually might know this already, but how long did it take them to get from Earth to orbiting the moon? How long do you think it took?
It was like about a week, no?
Yeah, so it was 8 days exactly it took, right?
Yeah.
So let me just quickly find out distance from Earth to the moon. They traveled 238,855 miles, yeah? So, my favorite fact.
Do you know? Wait. Before you say it, so it's the west to east point of from Australia. Yeah, from the west point of Australia to the east point of Australia is 2,400 miles, around that.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, about 2,400 miles. Yes.
That would take about let's say 3 days with stops to
travel. Yeah,
to travel.
Yes, yeah.
So let's say 1.5 days, maximum 2 days to travel with a car. Just no stops. Right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But that's not the fact that I'm gonna say. It's actually kind of crazy. So do you know what an apogee is?
Explain.
Okay, so the apogee between Earth and the moon is its largest distance. So when the moon is furthest away from the Earth.
Oh yeah.
So at its apogee, at its furthest distance away from the moon and the Earth, yeah, you can fit every single planet in our solar system there.
Oh yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah.
Bro, when I heard that, I was like, you're not telling the truth. That's a lie. But I was like, I refuse to believe that. The fact that you can get Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. Well, Pluto's not in our solar system, but even at its apogee, you can still fit Pluto in.
Pluto is in our solar system. It's just not a planet. It's not classed as a planet.
But I said, though, you can fit every planet in our solar system.
Yeah.
And Pluto. But the fact that you can fit every single one of those planets and Pluto in that gap, to me, that doesn't make any sense. To me, that's ridiculous. It doesn't make sense to me.
That's crazy.
Every single planet, bro. Because I don't know if it's because like there's always the thought, like whenever you see the diagram of like it going like from planet to planet and showing the size, and then being like, oh, so you jump from Mars, you get to the asteroid belt, and then Jupiter's just like this big, and it's just like, how does that fit between like not even including the other planets like Saturn, which isn't like comparatively is the next smallest, but like, how do you even fit Jupiter between us and the moon? That to me doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
To me, that makes that I don't know. To me, that's ridiculous.
That's crazy. That's absolutely insane. Kind of makes you think about this whole entire world, and it's like,
yeah. Which then makes me also think like, I can definitely understand why people think that there are aliens, because if you think about it from the perspective of like, all the life we know is just Earth, like, but space is so vast. Like, the more I've been listening to not just Neil talk, but just from whenever I've seen anything related to like people talking about space and stuff, I'm just like, no wonder people are so curious. Like, I get it, but like, what then I also find interesting, because obviously I like to read Revelation here and there, but like, for example, when things start happening, like the moon turning red, like as the color of blood, for example, or like a third of a third of the stars being flung out the sky. It's like, bro, that's scary. Or even like one of the stars hitting the earth and turning all like a third of the water, making a third of the water undrinkable. It's like, bro, that's crazy. But yeah, I don't know. To me, it's weird. It's crazy. Although I don't think a star coming out the sky is literal, because stars are bigger than Earth is, so that would wipe us out. I think it maybe just means a meteor, but
I don't know. I think some stars are smaller.
Maybe, but I'm only thinking about it from the perspective of like how bright they must shine with how far away, because they're not in our solar system. So like,
yeah, they're light years away. Yeah.
So that's my point. And like, if we can see them and they're that bright, that just goes to show how large they are. Because, you know, like levels of light in the universe basically is equating to how big something is. So like, I have a feeling it's probably more like along the line of like a meteor will fall out the sky and then corrupt the water. But still, it's like, it's crazy. It's wild. It's the more I've just been like figuring stuff out, like, or just hearing about things, and I'm just like, yeah, stuff just doesn't make sense, man. But I get why people are so curious about things.
Wait, I apologize. That's my light just fell on me. But yeah, all I was gonna say is that all we're waiting for now is the
yeah, bro. We just hear the trumpet. Yeah. Okay, what time are we at now? 1:17. Okay, let's run a quick Am I the Arsehole?
Not like last times.
Yeah, no, bro. We can't do it like how last times was, because that was way too long. I'm just gonna do the first one that shows up on my feed when I get to it. When I get to it, why is it not showing up? Someone delete the subreddit or something. I actually can't find it. What's going on? Hold on. Oh, actually, I have one open on my laptop. Let's go quickly.
I got one.
You got one already? Okay, cool. Yeah, read it.
Okay, so let's do how you do it.
Yeah.
All right.
Just don't struggle to read, yeah?
Thanks. The pressure is on.
Yeah.
So, am I the asshole for telling my niece her mother was a bully in school?
Bro, the thing cut out, so I didn't hear you. You're going to need to repeat it again.
Oh, great. Am I the asshole for telling my niece her mother was a bully at school?
Her mother was a bully at school. No. I mean, to be honest, Do you know what I'm thinking? Because kids idolize their parents. Like, I'm kind of thinking about it from the perspective of how, well, I don't know anything about the scenarios. I don't know. I'm going to say yes, though, actually. I'm going to say yes.
I think it's a yes. Like, yeah. Not knowing anything about the scenario either because I haven't read it before. But yeah, I think yes. Because that just ruins a whole picture of your mother, you know? Mm-hmm. And you're supposed to look up to your parents. You're supposed to, be able to, feel good with your parents, especially, like, knowing that they're a safe place, But knowing that they used to bully other people, that kind of just ruins the picture,
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, it is tough.
Yeah. So anyway, let's read on. Let's find out. Mm-hmm. So, I, 36 male, was on the phone with my niece, 10 years old female. She randomly asked if my sister, 34 female, was a bully in school. I was surprised and asked her to repeat the question. For context, my sister was a horrible bully in school.
Oh.
She was the leader of a group of mean girls who harassed and bullied girls who were not a part of their clique. Clique?
Clique. But yeah, no, you're right. It should be pronounced clique, but it's clique, yeah.
We are talking fights, threats, hazing, shunning, shaming, etc.
This sounds awfully familiar, doesn't it, Shem?
Yeah, I know. I was thinking the exact same thing.
Go ahead.
So when my niece asked again, I said yes, she was. I also told my niece that sometimes people do things. Hold on
a second. For context, they might think that we were bullies. Nah, so let me just clear this up. Yeah, I didn't say it sounds familiar because Shem and I were bullies in school or anything like that. No. It's because we've been talking about the glory non-stop, which I'm imagining you finished now. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So
very good.
Yeah. It was, innit? I told you the ending was worth it. But yeah. I mean, I guess maybe next week after we've watched the Super Bowl, we'll talk about the ending. But yeah, that's why we mentioned it, not because we're bullies, you man. Just want to clear that up. But anyway, go ahead. Go ahead.
So when my niece asked again,
you good?
When did I ask?
Yeah. When?
So when my niece asked again, I said yes, she was. I also told my niece that sometimes people do things and that they can change. But my niece was already full tilt shouting that my sister was a bully as a kid, which wasn't nice. Quote unquote. Okay. My sister went ballistic. She took the phone from her daughter and made her leave the room and then laid into me for being negative. I only replied that it was true and recalled how she once set a girl up to get in trouble for something she did and only came clean when all the evidence pointed at her. I pointed out how she even tried to have me jumped because one of the girls being harassed by her group begged me to help her by telling my parents about what my sister was doing people. Wait, what my sister was doing people. I think this is a typo.
What was what?
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, her reign of terror only stopped when our parents found out and put her in a boarding school out of state. To this day, my sister still has not accepted she did anything wrong, bullying all those people. I know she has followed some of her past victims on Facebook and has a bit of animosity when talking about them when gossiping. Well, my sister ignored all of this and threatened to block my number and delete me from all my niece's accounts if I continued to be negative. Am I the asshole?
This is a tough one. This is really tough.
I think, okay, if you don't mind, I think both of them are the assholes.
Really?
Both of them. Yeah. This is the point where both of them are the assholes. Because, okay, first of all, to not be sorry about, like, bullying people and not, like, accepting it, like, is saying that she didn't do anything wrong is absolutely insane. The fact that she even threatened to, to jump her own brother, you know?
Yeah, that's facts. It's nuts.
And not even thinking that's anything wrong. You know, that is crazy. But then from the other side, telling, like I said before, you know, telling a kid that your mother was a bully, you know, is terrible.
Yeah.
And if she found out, like if the niece finds out that her mother still thought that she didn't do anything wrong, that's even worse.
Mm-hmm. No, that's fair. I think you've covered it quite well. Because I think I'm trying to look at it from the question of like, if I was asked that question by my nephew, like, what would I say? And I'm like, then thinking, when is it okay to lie? Like, when is it okay to lie about things? And I'm like, in my opinion, I don't think any situation kind of warrants lying unless it's like for a surprise, or if you know the information would kill someone.
Keep it a surprise.
Yeah, they'll find out about the bullying at some point. But no, like you said, it's like the fact that there was no remorse or any kind of like feeling, and it sounds like the bullying was very intense because she referred to as the people she like was getting back into contact with as victims. You don't call someone a victim if nothing happened to them. Like, I think, and to get your own brother jumped is crazy. I'm not getting people to jump my sibling. That's wild. No.
That's crazy.
But then at the same time, burdening the child with that information is a lot as well. But they need to know, but they're 10 years old. So it's like, I have so much conflict in me to the point where I'm like, the OP is not the arsehole necessarily, but I feel as if it's valid to have the point of view that she is the arsehole for telling the child, but like, if she lies, then she's kind of idolizing her parent in a sense that like, she's doing it because she thinks something's true, not because she knows something to be true. So it's, also, I don't know.
But also, like, it kind of makes me think now, because it says when my niece asked again, right?
Yeah.
So there must be some type of like sign or something, or must be some type of like kind of thing that caused the niece to ask that, not once, but twice, or even more, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe the mother is also doing something to show that,
maybe
she must be like that in the, in the past.
Let me check these comments. Because I wonder if someone's mentioned that. Because that's a very good point, actually. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. There's a couple people saying the same comment. It sounds like your sister is still a bully. If my niece had asked me that, I would have asked her. Asked her why she wanted to know. Is your niece being bullied by her own mum? I'd be finding that one out for myself. Yep. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, there had to be a reason why your niece was asked the question. Your sister seems to have a problem with the truth. She doesn't want her daughter to know about her behavior, which means she hasn't changed or grown up over the years. In fact, it sounds like she's found a new victim. People are so articulate with their words. I wish I had that power. But anyway.
Facts, yeah.
Oh, do you know? Because what was something I saw on Reddit? Sorry, I'm just going to stray away from the topic real quick. But I saw this one thing on Reddit that was like, it's like people doing confessions or like, doing like story times or like horror stories. Some people's penmanship is absolutely unbelievable. Like some people's ability to write. I'm like, how do you do this? Like you're so well spoken. How?
I think my future wife has that low key.
Really?
Not even low key. Yeah, but she does. Well,
you've mentioned before about how artistic she is and stuff like that. So it doesn't really surprise me.
And I think it comes from her like hobby of reading books. She loves to read books. So she could definitely describe and stuff. So it's cool. I really love that as well.
Yeah, real recognize real. Because when you've seen it enough, you know what to do, type of thing. But yeah.
Yep.
Anyways, that's a long episode. Okay, that's been an hour and a half. I'm probably gonna cut bits out, like when we was trying to find the thing and like the stuff at the beginning. So it shouldn't be too long. But thanks, guys, for watching. Little bit of a different approach on the topics we talked about today. We didn't mention one thing we watched.
Thinking about movies.
We didn't mention anything.
That's awesome. I think that's good.
Yeah,
I think it's
good. Not bad. No,
like to keep a diverse thing.
Yeah,
you know?
But I know next week, because we're going to be talking about stuff we would have watched, so Super Bowl. And I mean, to be honest, I said last week I was going to start Revenge of Others. I didn't even think about it like in the whole week. So, but you finished The Glory now, so that's great. So yeah, now you're going to watch Thingy, innit? Crash Landing on You.
Yeah, I started.
Oh, you started. Wow, bro.
Yeah.
Racing ahead. Okay, so I need to step my game up, man. Okay.
I've also started watching another one, but I'll tell you about it next week.
Oh, swear. Okay. Okay. Wow. Yo, I've got time on my hands. I need to play catch up. I'm gonna go start watching Crash.
I've been building and watching at the same time, bro. Step up your game.
All right. Before I finish the series in 2 days. Okay. All right. We'll see about that. But yeah, next week we'll be back to discussing film a little bit, I guess. And stuff, but yeah, thanks guys for watching. It's been a long one. I apologize, but hopefully we can be a bit more expressive as we have been, because this is fun. And if we can keep doing this, then you guys will enjoy it, because we're enjoying it more so than anything else. So anyway, see you guys next week. If you have any predictions about Super Bowl, then let us know, because 49ers are winning. So
well, I mean, how are they going to let us know? We're going to release this?
No, because I might turn the Super Bowl bit into a clip. So if they, you get me. So I'm like talking about the future tense and the past tense. I'm chatting rubbish. I didn't think about that before.
You're doing that back to the future.
Yeah.
You know?
Future past gymnastics, you know? Timeline manipulate. I'm earbud thorn up in here. But anyways, thanks guys for watching. We'll see you guys next week. And yeah, we'll have more stuff to talk about. So yeah, we'll see you guys in a bit. Bye.
And that's it. That's the end of the episode. Really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure that you leave a like and subscribe. Turn on post notifications and comment. Follow us on Instagram, etc. Do all you can to support us. We'd really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for your love and support. We hope to see you guys again next week. And until then, take care.